Alright, so welcome back. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fabulous day here today. Hopefully everybody's enjoying and partying and ready for this. We have the new Arcana entire skill kit now here. New to the channel, like and subscribe, helps out a ton. Let's get straight into it. Nikke, motion, demonstration, and skill introduction. Arcana. Arcana uses Rocket Launcher, Fortune Teller. Arcana is a supporter who aids her allies based on her condition after full burst ends. When full burst is shortened, she provides powerful firepower for the allies proportional to the reduced time. HD version of the YouTube video is there, and then again, check out Arcana's skills below. So, we've already opened up the image over here. I've also opened up the video. I've already looped it too. So let's check out the burst animation. Our first time seeing it here. I haven't checked it yet. I've been always waiting to see with chat. Let's see. So this is the shooting pose over here. Kind of a... okay. Coat Devil's back. Dude, it just looks weird. The dress over there. So over here we have the full-on YouTube video. I already looped it and everything. Let's check it out over here and see what she's cooking up. But this will show us our first ever burst animation and the particle effects and everything. She again is a confirmed rocket launcher. Dude, her weapon, is that like a ship? Does her weapon look like a freaking ship or something? Looks like a boat. Dude, it does, in my opinion, man. I was looking at this, I'm like, what the hell? It looks like a giant ship. I don't know. But that's a rocket launcher over there. That is the shooting pose and everything. Looks kind of cool. The first comment I saw in the tweet was Coat Devil, so that's what the community's mind is right away. Coat Devil. They're considering that thing a coat, basically speaking, right? That's what we currently have here. So yeah, so this is the burst animation over here. Looks kind of cool. I looked away for half of it, damn it. I looked away. Here we go. This is the burst animation. So here we go. She's firing. Burst animation. It's kind of cool. Yeah. I think the card has like a bunch of images of her. I mean, see that. So this is her over here, here. Kind of cool, right? And then boom. I don't know which one's going to be like the standing one. I think that last part where she's like, you know, throwing the peace sign, I guess, right? That's the ending one. But bit of a particle effect over there. Nothing crazy. All right, there's the reload, I'm guessing, over there afterwards. So that's the character, yeah. Particle effects, bro. Come on, man. Well, I was thinking they're going to have, like, insane ones over here. That's all they have. So, yeah, pretty simple. That's the character animation. Let's check out how she is. So, Arcana, bestseller. We have supporter, rocket launcher, B2. Guarantee it's 40 seconds, 40 seconds. That's what happens sometimes, They release a B2, they make it 40 second. Electric, ammo capacity 6, reload time 2.5. Deals 80, what is it, 64? Yeah, 64% attack is damage, charge time 1 second. 250, 200, and yeah, there's that. Awakened Destiny, skill 1, activates when full burst ends. Affects all burst 3 electric code allies who previously cast their burst skill if self is in Wheel of Fortune status. So she's buffing burst 3 electric code allies. Oh my god, who is that? So let's do burst 3. Let's filter by electric. Boom. She's buffing Anise, Cinderella, Iron, Guillotine, Haran, Isabel. Yeah, a lot of my comments were like so happy when I saw this the first time. So if you don't already know, based on her initial part, this is technically an Isabel buff and like a pretty decent one, unironically, potentially, because she drops full burst time by 5 seconds. All right. Now, how does she work? When full burst is shortened, she provides more powerful firepower. So, Isabel buff, chat. We used to pray for times like this. Dude, can't release her a treasure, but buff her. Bro, damn. Does that mean also B3 electric? Does that mean Scarlet getting another one? Dude, Scarlet low-key getting a bunch of buffs here as well. You can't argue with that, dude. I wonder in the future if the CN, because they confirmed that they're planning on buffing old Nikke's because the CN version's doing it. I wonder if Isabel or Scarlet gets that, because they get a lot of characters teaming up with them now. Or Isabel's first one, but Scarlet does too, right? So... coping over here. But yeah, she buffs this roster over here, who previously casted it if self is in Wheel of Fortune status. We'll just see how does that work, right? So the Magician cooldown of skill 2 drops by 75% for 15 seconds. Attack damage goes up by 180 for 15 seconds. Activates when full burst ends, affects all allies. Attack 5% up at the cash attack for 10 seconds. So 5%, nothing crazy, but activates when full burst ends, affects all burst 3 electric code allies who previously cast their burst skill if, again, in Wheel of Fortune status. So that's there. Strength attack up by 180% for 15 seconds. Activates when full burst ends. Affects if is again in Wheel of Fortune status. Death cooldown of burst drops by 6 seconds. Attack up by 50% of caster's attack for 5 seconds. Then activates when full burst ends. Affects all allies. Attack damage goes up by 7.5% for 10 seconds. Okay. Affects all Electrocode allies. Again, Electrocode. So she's definitely buffing Electrocode. Clearly, right? So these guys are eating good. So Isabel buffed, bro. Chat, no way. Wheel of Fortune attack damage goes up by 10% for 10 seconds. 40-second B2. Affects all enemies. Deals 300% of final attack as burst skill damage. Judgment. Damage taken goes up by 10% for 10 seconds. I'll be honest, right? I'll tell it to you clearly right now. I don't think she's like the most busted unit in the world, but she definitely is something, right? What would your team be unironically? Like, I have to include Isabel in there, so we're just going to include Isabel in there. Let's just say that now. So you have to team her up with another B2, obviously speaking, so plan that accordingly. But definitely, maybe you want to run Scarlet in here. Cinderella already kind of has her teams. Like, you're not going to run that. Let's be real. I wonder if this is pairing up with something in the future. Like, what's coming next? Summer and Bunnies and collab. So is the collab bringing us a character who shortens burst like Isabel? Is that what's happening here? You've seen it before, like sustained damage. You've seen that really recently, right? They do this thing where like a buff will come out of nowhere, but like, oh, sustained damage buff. Oh, now we're going to get a character in the future that buffs sustained damage. That's kind of how it goes. So I wonder if there's somebody coming into the game that will do what Isabel does, right? In shortening the burst. So I truly think that, but I'm not going to say that she's like busted insane. I definitely think it's like, you know what I would say here, in my fullest opinion? It's a character not like Aid, right? Not like Aid. It's a character like, from what I see, it's like Tove or Leona. Everybody's like, oh, Leona sucks day one, and then it took time, and then like when Shotgun Meta really formed itself, then you were like, oh, Leona's really good, right? That's what kind of happened. She's gonna be like probably a decent character, but I don't pull. Collaboration, dude. You're gonna get cooked. You have Summer collab, and you have so Summer. So I don't know what the order is, but let's say Bunny collab Summer, or collab Bunny Summer, or collab Summer Bunny. I don't know. So a lot happening very shortly, but definitely speaking, you could cook up something with this, but Arcana plus Isabel is like the comp, so Isabel eating real good. Potentially, dude. If Isabel makes a comeback, dude, I'm gonna make the best video in the world. I'm gonna be crying on video. Gone emotional title. It's like, bro, like, I don't know what the team comp would be, but definitely, I think that with this character, you might want to maybe. She's a B2, right? Yeah, you might want to run Trina with her, because Trina's a really good electric character. So you run Trina, you run obviously Arcana, right? Anybody on B1 doesn't really matter. And then, would you say Isabel? Scarlet? Or, yeah, you would say that, right? And then you'd have to, because again, it's based on her rotation and such. So I think we could be eating over here. But again, I will say that I don't care how good the character is. You have to skip, bro. Most of you can make this, and most of you don't want to make this. But I definitely think she'll be probably a good character. You read the kit. She sounds like she's pretty good. But again, I just don't think that it's worth it at a time like this. So definitely on paper, she sounds pretty good. Kind of sucks she is the B2 40-second, but you can take that with Trina, and then that could kind of work here. And remember, a lot of you skip Trina as well, so you might need Trina to make this work. A lot of you don't even use Isabel, but you have her. I know you do. So, curious on how this turns out, but for now, we'll wrap the video there. Isabel buff confirmed. We are winning, chat. We are winning, all right? Isabel Treasure next month. I know it. I feel it. I feel the tingle. Isabel Treasure next month. I win, all right? Once I win there, I can quit Nikke peacefully. I've won in life, right? Isabel buff, Isabel Treasure, Isabel team, Isabel comp, Isabel buff from CN. Dude, I'd eat so good. All right, take care. Have fun. Arcana kit. It looks pretty powerful, and I still think it's a skip though, because collaboration's like literally a month away. You know, prepare.